I know you didn't ask, but while I do my makeup, I'm going to tell you 10 things that just made sense about my wedding. 10 things we did that made absolutely 100% sense. I'm going for a soft glam today, so this is just everything we're going to be using. Let's begin. Number one, I gave my bridesmaids a job description. I know. So before the wedding, I made sure that everybody knew what they were supposed to do, on which day, what they were in charge of, and it just made sense. It just made absolute sense because everybody knew what they should be doing. Nobody was lazing around. Nobody was confused about what they were supposed to do at any particular point in time, and it just made everything go smoothly. So I divided them into Friday and Saturday because it was a 2-day event. So I divided them into Friday and Saturday, and what somebody is doing on Friday isn't what they will be doing on Saturday, just to make sure there was diversity, and if you didn't like something you were doing, you could switch to something else. I did that, and I also made sure they knew that whoever was in charge of that particular thing is just in charge. So everybody was to help, but that particular person had to make sure that that particular thing was done. Example of the things that I made sure that I covered in that was that to make sure that your bride eats, to make sure your bride is picture perfect, and so on. If you want me to do another video of what the rules were, let me know in the comment section and I would do that. Another thing that made sense for my wedding is that I hired a makeup artist for my parents. So my parents are many kind of people that have a particular makeup artist that they use for all the events that they do. And while that makeup artist was really good, I just wanted a makeup artist that I really trusted, and I made sure I hired somebody for them. Now, while I did hire a makeup artist, I forgot to tell them that I hired a makeup artist, and they already booked their own makeup artist. So what happened eventually was that my mother-in-law used the makeup artist I hired for the 2 days, where my mom and stepmom from a polygamous family. I love my both moms. So my mom and my stepmom used the makeup artist I hired for the first day, that's the Friday, and then they used their own makeup artist for the next day, which was Saturday. My mother-in-law especially was looking so lovely. Gosh, every time I see pictures of her, I'm just like, yes, yes. So this makeup artist I also hired for my siblings, but none of the girls turned up, so yeah, there's that. Story for another day. One of them did turn up on Saturday. She came for the event on Saturday, but I don't know. Guys, let's leave that part. Another thing that made sense, that I really loved, that made my wedding so colorful, was that I combined both cultures. So I'm Yoruba, my husband is Igbo, and usually like that, the wedding is for the bride. The wedding is for the bride's family. Mostly they don't combine both cultures, but I decided that I wanted my in-laws to feel at home also, to just appreciate the culture. And this is the culture I'm going into anyway, so I just wanted a representation of the Igbo culture also. So during my traditional ceremony, we did the Yoruba traditional wedding culture part, and then we transitioned into the Igbo culture part. And shout out to my alaga for understanding the assignment, and she did it really, really well. I think that is what makes my traditional wedding the part of the ceremony that I liked the most. I really, really loved the blend of culture. It was so nice. It was so lovely. I really enjoyed myself that day. We had 3 outfit changes. I loved all my dresses. My mother-in-law made a dress for me. My husband and I had originally planned to have just 2 outfit changes, but my mother-in-law made a dress for both of us, and that dress was also lovely. That was the dress I used for the wine carrying ceremony. If you guys haven't watched the wedding videos, it's a good time to go catch up. It's really, really amazing, if I do say so myself. Really interesting, so you guys can go catch up. I especially love that we had a live band that could sing both Yoruba and Igbo songs. So when it was time to dance and serenade people, whenever my husband's people came up, live band sang Igbo songs. Whenever my people came up, they sang Yoruba songs, and both families were so happy, especially my in-laws. They were so happy that the vibe, was present, and everything just went well. I just realized that I didn't put on my lights, so I don't know what the quality of all of that would have been, but I apologize for that. Okay, so another thing that we did that made sense was that I made a cape for my white dress. Okay, so I know that I haven't come here to talk about all the drama that happened with my wedding, but church drama was part of them, and I kind of knew earlier on that I didn't want the drama with my dress because, one, my dad paid for my dress and has always been that kind of person that doesn't like embarrassment. So and I was never going to get a revealing dress anyways. You guys have seen my wedding dress, it wasn't revealing at all, but just in case, I did not want church drama, so just in case, I made sure to make a cape for my dress. Thank God I never needed it. It didn't even come out of the bag that my dress came in, so I never needed it, and I love that for me. But just in case, I was prepared. Okay, I was very prepared. I did not want any embarrassment for either me or my family members, so I came prepared, and that just made sense because if anything had happened, I was prepared to make the switch. So yeah. Another thing that I did that I eventually was really grateful for is that I booked a hotel on the Friday night stroke Saturday that was far from my parents, and I'm so grateful for that. And in fact, I should have done that for both days, but I'm grateful that we did that for one of the days. So the Friday night, or was it Friday night, one of the nights, my parents were like looking for me, Elta Sketa. I don't know what happened till today. I never asked, but I'm like, leave me alone. Why are you guys looking for me? Leave me alone. You saw me during the day. Why are you looking for me? It was midnight. Like, why are you looking for me? Maybe they wanted to make sure I was sleeping, but my event planner, my friends, my bridesmaids all calmed them down that I was asleep. I don't know why they were waiting for me, but I was asleep and did not need to worry, which was good. But that was Friday night. So Saturday night, I was really happy that we booked a hotel far from them. They came to my hotel Friday night. I don't know what they were looking for, but my girlies told them that I wasn't accessible, I wasn't available. They didn't need to worry about me, and they left without seeing me, which I'm most grateful for. Yeah, so that just made perfect sense. I loved that I did that. I absolutely love that I did that. Even though I would have loved if they could come in so we can take pictures together the morning of, but I'm just glad I was far away from them. So that was about Friday stroke Saturday. So now Saturday stroke Sunday, that was the day we're going to have the after party. That's Saturday. I made sure to book a hotel in the hall. Another thing that we did that made sense was that we booked a hall that had hotels. So people that didn't want to bother about transportation, people that didn't have cars, that didn't want to walk far and all of that, they had a place to stay that was just a walking distance to the hall. So the hall itself, they have a hotel. So it was just perfect, especially even for my in-laws that I didn't want them to start worrying about transportation and all of that. It was just perfect. And my husband and I also booked a room in that hotel for Saturday night, and it was perfect because, one, I was drunk. After the after party, I was so drunk. It was my husband and my bridesmaids that took care of me. Story for another day. But I had so much fun, And then the morning of, I was able to say goodbye to all of my bridesmaids. We also booked a place for my bridesmaids there. My in-laws also stayed there, so it was perfect because we were able to say bye-bye to my bridesmaids. We were able to say bye-bye to my in-laws. Like, it was just roll out of bed and go say goodbye to everybody. And then my bridesmaids were also able to follow the cars and the buses that brought my in-laws. So everything just worked out perfect because we booked a place, a hall that had a hotel. Another thing that we did that I really love was that our event planner, who is my dear friend, one of my best friends, was my intermediary between me and my parents, especially. So it got to a point during wedding planning where I was having anxiety. Whenever I see my mom calling or my dad calling, I started to get anxious. So at that point, my event planner handled everything. So anything they ask me, even if I know the answer to that question they're asking me, I tell my mom that I don't know and they should ask my event planner. So that kind of helps them to just stop asking me things and just ask my event planner directly. The wedding planning was getting burdensome for me at that point. It was getting overwhelming, and I just was glad that we were able to do that, and it kind of took the stress off me. Even though my mom, being my mom, sweet woman, would still call me and ask me and still tell me this is what your event planner said, blah blah, but it just still helped at the end of the day that my event planner was our intermediary. Also, my parents know the event planner. She's my good friend, like I said. So it was kind of easy for them to be able to, communicate with her and all of that. If it wasn't for that, there would have been a lot of fights, and I just wasn't ready for any of that. Yes, I'm done with my makeup. The thingy went off, but we're back now, and let me just finish. So the two other things that we did was that we booked one all for the 2 days. So I was against it. In fact, if you check my TikTok, when it happened, I didn't like it, but it worked. The decorators were able to work around it, so it seems like they just had to mount something, and once they mount that thing, they can easily change out whatever is on it. So that was perfect for them. The last thing we did that made sense was that we took our pictures, everything, in the morning. So all our portrait pictures were in the morning. My husband changed to all of his outfits. I changed to most of my outfits. So traditional day, because I had to tie gele, I didn't change to all of my outfits, so it was just my Yoruba outfits. And then I took the other pictures later during the event. But my husband had already taken all of his portrait pictures, so that kind of gave us some time, to do other things. So on Saturday, we changed our reception outfit first, took pictures, then changed to our white outfit, and that just made sense, gave us time, and everything was just coordinated, and I just really loved that. Bonus thing that we did was that we were coordinated. So everybody had the time they were supposed to wake up, everybody had what they were supposed to do, and everything just went well. Really, we were right on time for all of the events. In fact, sometimes we were the ones waiting in the car for the event to start, and it was just perfect. Everything went well. What do you guys think about my makeup? I think I really did a good job. It's soft, it's very nice. I love it. What do you guys think? If you can relate to any of these things that I did, if you want to take any of it to make sure your event goes well, please go ahead and let me know in the comment section what you think about all of these things that we did. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.